Welcome to the Cala Builders Podcast. If you're a homeowner in Los Angeles, you're probably always thinking about the smartest way to spend your remodeling dollar. So today, we are taking a deep dive into the blueprint for maximizing home value. We're pulling out the really high-impact interior strategies, the ones tailored for the LA market.
Exactly. And this isn't just about what looks good on, say, Pinterest. We've gone through a ton of expert notes and research, all focused on strategies that give you a real long-term return on investment here in Southern California. The goal is pretty simple, really. Find that sweet spot where amazing style meets, well, relentless function.
That makes sense. LA buyers are demanding. They want quality of life, efficiency, and beauty.
And they will pay for it. They'll absolutely pay a premium if you get it right.
Right. So before we jump into the specific projects, let's talk about the company whose insights really form the foundation of our deep dive today. We're talking about the philosophy of CAL Builders. They're a full-service construction and remodeling company right here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and they specialize in those high-end residential and commercial projects. They have this great blend of, top-tier craftsmanship and modern innovation.
And their approach is key to all of this, isn't it? This design-build model.
It is. For anyone listening, what that means is they manage everything, from the initial architectural plans and design ideas all the way to the final swing of the hammer. It's one team, one point of accountability. It just streamlines a process that can be, let's be honest, notoriously complex.
So they're the trusted experts serving the whole region.
The whole region. We're talking Los Angeles, Pasadena, the San Fernando Valley, Santa Monica. They really understand the different building codes in each neighborhood.
Okay, let's unpack this. If you're looking purely at boosting property value, where's the starting line? Where do you have to begin?
Well, the data is pretty overwhelming. It points to two main areas. Kitchens and bathrooms, they're sort of the twin value anchors of any home.
I was going to say in Southern California, you might think the outdoor space or an ADU would be number one.
You'd think so, and that's a fair point. But the research is clear. A buyer will just gloss over a great backyard if the inside, especially the kitchen, feels dated or it just doesn't work.
So the kitchen sets the emotional tone?
It absolutely does. It's the central hub, and it dictates the buyer's first impression of the entire home.
Okay, so what specific upgrades in the kitchen give you that strategic edge in LA? We're talking beyond just, adding stainless steel appliances.
Oh, way beyond that. It's about strategic functionality. First, countertops. They need to be durable and stylish. Think quartz, or maybe a high-quality solid surface. They signal luxury. Second, and this is a big one here, energy efficiency. It's not just a nice to have.
Right, with California's Title 24 energy standard.
Exactly. Investing in certified high-efficiency appliances saves the future owner money, sure, but it can also fast-track the permitting process.
Which is a huge deal in LA. That's a dual benefit right there.
It's massive. And beyond appliances, it's about layout and storage. Buyers expect smart storage now, pull-out drawers, built-in organizers, a proper pantry space.
And the island. Everyone wants a huge island.
The island is crucial. It's not just for prepping food anymore. It's for homework. It's for entertaining. It's the main gathering spot. And a simple thing like updating cabinets and hardware gives you a huge visual return without having to, tear everything out. And finally, lighting. You have to layer it. Task lighting, ambient lighting. You want the space to feel bright and welcoming.
Okay, moving on to that second anchor, the bathroom. The data really shows that a modern, clean bathroom just signals that the whole house has been cared for.
It does. Buyers aren't just looking for functional anymore. They're looking for, and you hear this phrase all the time, a spa-like experience.
But what does that actually mean in terms of remodeling choices?
It means focusing on high-end materials and water-conscious design. The star of the show is the walk-in shower, specifically with frameless glass doors. It's a massive aesthetic boost, makes the whole room feel bigger and cleaner.
And why frameless glass specifically? Is there a Southern California angle to that?
There is, actually. It's about maintenance. LA has notoriously hard water. Frameless glass just has fewer nooks and crannies for mineral buildup. It's easier to clean, so it signals low maintenance and high design, which is exactly what a luxury buyer is looking for.
And dual vanities. That seems to be a must-have now.
Highly valued for convenience, especially in a master bath. You've got to have them.
So getting rid of any tile that looks like it's from, the 1980s.
Precisely. You replace that with contemporary, large format tiles, and the space is immediately modernized. You pair that with high-quality fixtures, think premium finishes, not just basic chrome, and make sure the lighting and ventilation are perfect. If a bathroom feels dark or damp, you lose that luxury feeling instantly.
All right, so we've covered the big two, the kitchen and bath. Let's zoom out a bit to the overall home. The sources seem to shift focus now to how the entire house feels. We're talking flow, light, and solving that universal problem of clutter.
Right, and this is where you have to think about the premium on space in Los Angeles. It's so tight, so any feeling of openness is incredibly valuable. That's why open floor plans are still so popular here, that they just make a home feel bigger than it actually is.
I do worry sometimes that open concept can feel a bit generic, like a big box. How do you remodel for flexibility without losing that sense of purpose for each space?
That's a really sharp question. And the answer is designing flexible spaces, not just open ones. With remote work being so common now in LA, the market is prioritizing rooms that can adapt. Think about a spare room that can be a soundproofed home office, but also a guest room, or a space that's a playroom by day and a study by night.
So you're creating zones without building walls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can use things like sliding partitions or custom built-ins or even just a large area rug to define a space. Flexibility is way more valuable than fixed functionality right now.
And I imagine if the home flows well inside, that starts the second you walk through the front door.
It has to. The entryway sets the expectation for the entire home. It's the interior side of curb appeal. And you can make high-impact upgrades here without a huge budget. A new front door, refinishing the floors in the entry. That makes a huge difference.
Worn flooring is an instant turnoff.
Kills the first impression.
Yeah.
And then, a fresh coat of paint in a neutral, on-trend color. The sources also mentioned adding some architectural interest.
Like what?
Things like decorative trim, molding, or maybe some wainscoting. It just elevates that first impression. It signals quality craftsmanship from the moment you step inside.
Speaking of quality craftsmanship and function, we have to talk about storage. I feel like a lack of storage is the #1 complaint I hear about almost any house.
It's a massive pain point, and if you can solve that problem with a remodel, you instantly boost the home's perceived value. We need to think beyond just a simple closet with a hanging rod.
Right.
We're talking custom closets with organizational systems, drawers, shelving, things designed to use every inch of space.
And looking for spots people might overlook.
Right. Exactly. Expanding a kitchen pantry, maybe adding hidden storage under a staircase or inside a bench. When a home feels organized, it feels bigger and more livable. That's a value add you can feel.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about the remodeling ideas that are uniquely critical for the market right here in Southern California.
For that, you have to start with indoor-outdoor living. It's not a bonus here. It's just an expectation. It's part of the lifestyle. Homes that really blur that line between the inside and the outside just perform so much better on the market.
And how does an interior remodel specifically help create that flow?
It's all about the transition points. We're looking for chances to install large sliding or folding doors, those bifold doors that open up an entire wall.
Yeah, those are amazing.
They literally erase the boundary. And then you need seamless flooring, using materials that connect the indoor and outdoor spaces visually. It just pulls the outside in.
And if we're talking about pure value return in LA, there is one project that seems to be head and shoulders above the rest in terms of ROI. The ADU, the accessory dwelling unit.
It's transformative. An ADU conversion, whether it's a garage or part of the main house, is a massive investment that provides immediate significant value.
And the return on that investment is complex, isn't it? It's not just about adding square footage.
Not at all. You get two huge benefits. First, yes, you get extra living space for family or guests. That's a lifestyle improvement. But second, and this is often more valuable, you get potential rental income. Immediately. That rental stream just completely changes the long-term investment profile of the property. It's an investment that pays you back in multiple ways.
Okay, moving from those big structural ideas to comfort, LA buyers are savvy. They expect a home to be smart and efficient.
They do, and these are the upgrades you might not see, but you definitely feel them every day.
So what are we talking about here?
Smart thermostats, for sure.
Yeah.
Zoned climate control, so you can manage different areas of the home independently. We're also talking about upgrading insulation and windows. That's for energy performance, of course, but also for noise mitigation.
That's a great LA-specific point. Noise mitigation is huge, especially if you're working from home.
It's a major quality of life factor. And this focus on efficiency should extend to everything. Appliances, lighting, even considering things like ductless mini-split systems. It appeals to that buyer who really values sustainability and just, daily comfort.
And to tie it all together, let's talk about lighting. It can completely transform a space without major construction.
It's that final layer of sophistication. Recessed lighting is the standard for a clean, modern look. It makes ceilings feel higher. Dimmers everywhere are essential for mood control.
And then the statement pieces.
Yes. You strategically add those statement fixtures. A beautiful chandelier over an island or a dramatic pendant in the entryway. They act as jewelry for the room. They make the space feel truly finished.
Wow. So we've covered everything from kitchens and baths to the specific demands of the LA market, like that indoor-outdoor flow and the ADU potential. But if you're listening to this, trying to manage all these projects, it can be genuinely overwhelming.
It can be. And that's why the most successful projects all point to having the right execution model. This is where that design-build model we mentioned, the one firms like CIA builders use, becomes so important. It just simplifies the whole process by putting the architectural planning, design, permitting, and construction all under one roof with one team.
So it avoids that classic problem of the architect blaming the contractor and the contractor blaming the architect.
Exactly.
What are the real concrete benefits for the homeowner with that approach?
They're very tangible. First, streamlined communication. You have one person to call. That reduces so much stress and misunderstanding. Second, faster timelines because the teams are aligned from the very beginning. Third, you get real budget control. And finally, you just get a higher quality result because everyone is working towards the same vision of a luxury finish.
And that partner has to understand the local market, the local codes, the regulations, all of it.
Absolutely. They need to be a luxury-focused contractor who gets the high-stakes nature of a project in this market.
So what does this all mean? If you're looking for the summary of where to focus your remodeling efforts in Los Angeles for the biggest impact, the takeaway seems really clear. Focus on those anchors, kitchens, and bathrooms, and then maximize flexibility, efficiency, and that crucial indoor-outdoor connection that is so specific to LA living.
It is. And if we look at the bigger picture here with this rising emphasis on flexible living, home offices, and high-tech comfort, you have to wonder how future trends might merge these things even further. I think the next big wave of value might come from maximizing productivity and relaxation in the same space. How do you merge a high-tech, soundproofed office with the spa-like luxury of a master suite, creating a single comprehensive retreat? That convergence, that's the provocative idea to think about.
That's a really fascinating thought to end on. Whether you're planning a simple update or you're ready to dive into that large-scale ADU project, partnering with an experienced general contractor is just essential. You want to find someone who offers honest guidance and detailed proposals to help you confidently maximize your property's value in this dynamic Los Angeles market.